Hey, it's Bria. And who is this distinguished gentleman on the other camera?
I'm shy.
You look very distinguished today.
I feel like this is kind of my Steve Jobs outfit.
Is
Light
that
blue.
black?
No, it's a dark blue, but
That's
close
not
enough.
Steve Jobs.
He wore a turtleneck, a black turtleneck, didn't he?
Yeah, black.
It's close.
Yeah, it's like early days Jeff Bezos.
Or all of Steve Jobs.
Well,
Don't you insult me. Jeff Bezos is admittedly much worse than Steve Jobs.
yeah, that was shade. I could say that you're giving Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah, I could take that one.
But your voice isn't deep enough.
And I blink too much.
You know, Jen Shaw and I have been at the Bryan Federal Prison Camp together for a little bit over a year, and you know, she won the Barbie dress-up contest. It was amazing. I have a little fascination with Elizabeth Holmes. I don't know what it is. I just keep watching documentaries and specials and everything about her. Anyway, are you coming down from the high of BravoCon weekend?
This is Nichelord.
I'm gonna talk about it anyway.
It wasn't even until Saturday that I asked you, like, how do people watch this? Was it streaming on like broadcast television, or was it stream only YouTube
It was on
channel?
Peacock.
Okay, but that doesn't mean it's like broadcast on NBC during prime time, right?
No.
Okay,
Why
so
would they broadcast BravoCon on NBC
That's
at
what I'm
prime
trying to
time?
figure out. How big of a deal is this? Clearly not that big.
It's big enough to stream on Peacock, the highlights.
How's the reception been? Was it worth it? Did you miss out? Would you have gone? Would you have asked a question?
I don't know if I would have asked a question because the audience questions this year were a little intense. I am not the kind of person to shade someone like that, but it was very entertaining.
If you could ask a question and you had the cojones to ask whatever you wanted, what would you have asked?
First of all, who would I want to question? I can't think of something that I would genuinely ask to shade them. I would say, Kyle Richards, when you leave Beverly Hills, hopefully sooner than later, who do you want to replace you?
Or should they just scrap the whole cast and start over again?
They need a recast, a reboot so badly. But BravoCon looked pretty interesting. I feel like I got the gist from a lot of the clips that I was seeing on TikTok.
Is it like a full day thing? Are people going there all day, going to different panels?
Yeah.
Is there like a convention center with booths set
Yeah.
up for activations? And
It's a full convention.
what are the booths like? Is it like, oh, if I want to be like the Housewives, now I have all these stores and stuff that also were inadvertently a part of Housewives?
Yeah, you could do, I'm sure, what's his name? Kyle from Southern Charm had his little spritzer booth or whatever there.
Right.
If Bethany Frankel were allowed within 100 feet of Andy Cohen, she would be there with her little skinny girl margarita booth. Or just brands that Bravo thinks people who watch the shows would like.
Yeah,
But
man.
it's mostly about the panels. I did hear that Kathy and Nikki Hilton were going around to all the booths and taking pictures with everyone and just taking over, which I love.
That's solid. That's a good move.
I saw a video of her security holding up a light above the camera every single time someone like brought their phone up to take a
Who
picture.
is that? I saw that, but who is that?
I think it was her security.
I heard calls for him to get a raise.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's basically a creative director. I saw a TikTok of a girl who she was basically talking about everyone who she liked meeting at BravoCon and everyone who wasn't nice. And we don't watch Southern Charm, but Shep, former Podcast One podcast host, she ran into him at the baggage claim and was like, "Hi, Shep. I know we're at the airport, but can I get a picture?" And he just said,
That's what I'm here for. And I was like, oh no, like, you're here to like enjoy your time. He's like, nope, I'm literally here to take pictures. And I was like, okay.
"That's what I'm here for, I guess."
It's like being an animal at the zoo.
It literally is. That's so messed
The
up.
panda is just there.
Did you see the clip of Jeff Lewis talking about Monica from Salt Lake City?
You've brought in women that maybe are not as affluent, and it felt like, I'm just curious why you deviated from that original, like Monica Garcia, for example.
I think the answer...
Didn't her food benefits just get frozen?
He could have called her broke and landed his point, but when he added the food stamps in this political climate,
Right
that
now?
that was really, really low.
It was, and he didn't even really apologize to Monica or the world at large. He was just like, yeah, I clearly made Andy uncomfortable. I mean, I'm used to us venting together, so I thought it was cool, but I apologized. So
to Andy for making him feel a little gagged on stage.
he was definitely like, Ooh, there was a huge groan from the crowd. But this prompted me to do a little research. And I'll be brief because I'm doing a whole TikTok thing about it. But I was listening to Heather Gay's book about Monica and Real Housewives and all the scandals that happened. Heather's hairdresser was friends with Monica, and they ran this Instagram tea account together. So Tanisha, the hairstylist, eventually felt bad, told Heather, and then gave her a bunch of screenshots and videos, audio recordings, everything you can think of, because Monica documented every step of her creating this account. And the full story of it is just so incredibly diabolical. Like, from the jump, every single move she made was to get on the show.
Like spending money where she spends money, like doing activities, showing up to events, all to kind of brush shoulders to be on the show.
Finding out who was getting cast on the new Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and DMing all of them. Hey, do you need an assistant? Hey, can I be an ambassador for your brand? Oh my gosh, I love your clothes. I love Vita Tequila.
Wow.
And the reason why she got hired as Jen Shah's assistant is because Jen needed someone to build out an IKEA closet in the Shah chalet. And her husband, Heather, basically implies that he crafted a Thumbtack profile to match what she needed. But I don't know. But he was hired through Thumbtack to do the closets. And Monica showed up with him and was like, hi, Jen, do you need an assistant?
Wow.
Jen was like, ooh, someone who I cannot pay to be my personal assistant. Yay, you're hired.
Really?
She was an unpaid intern. Yeah.
Oh, so she was really broke.
She was in the group text. This is screenshotted, her saying, is my house in foreclosure? Yes. Do I have back-to-back tickets to Lizzo and Post Malone? Also yes, because fuck them. She had her mom rent her a Range Rover before going on the show so she could look like she had a Range Rover. Diabolical.
Wow. So she really is playing the game.
It goes so deep.
Her with the hairdresser, her whole plot was just to be on the show. It wasn't until after Jen Shah ghosted her that she decided she was going to make a fan account and smear her.
Yeah, she thought, okay, I'll be Jen's assistant. We'll be friends. I'll come on as a friend of Jen, and then I'll get cast. But she just had to start a T account.
This is like every superhero villain's character arc. It's always, oh my God, I looked up to Superman. He's like the best ever. And oh my God, I met Superman, but he was kind of a jerk. Now I'm going to beat Superman and never.
Yeah, it is very unhinged and creepy. Like, I'm not even sharing the details here, but there was stalking. There was a lot of emails going to the feds, and the feds were writing her back like, who are you? It was a lot.
Was there any repercussions, or she just kicked out?
She just didn't get renewed for the next season.
What if she did get renewed? What if Andy Cohen like negotiated her?
Well,
deal
all
or
of the
something?
girls were like, we're not doing the show with Monica. So
okay.
And you know what? I think it's great that she was just one season. I think we're good.
So what's she doing now? What's she plotting? Do you know?
I have no fucking clue.
That's really interesting. I wonder if she could really hold on to it.
I don't know. After learning what I know now, it's so much worse than they made it look on the show that I'm like, I'm really creeped out by you, actually. I think you need to stay away from reality TV. Anyway, Jeff Lewis was uncalled for with that, but...
But kind of right.
Not really right, because she gave us a really good season.
Oh, no, I guess just meant right about her being poor.
I mean, yeah, she was broke. Jeff did get that right. She's good for television, but the mirror has cracked, and it's just kind of, we know too much now. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I saw from BravoCon. Oh, Vicki's coming back to Orange County. I'm so excited about that.
Why did she leave?
It was a lot of drama with her leaving. Her storyline was just kind of done after the whole Brooks faking cancer thing. And they were like, we don't have anything else for you.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be good with her back with Tamra. And then I have my OG Heather on. I love Heather Dubrow. So that'll be good. And Flipping Out's coming back. So even though Jeff Lewis is extremely rude, that's an exciting show that I'm looking forward to. Speaking of recaps, let's talk about Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Speaking of thirsty-ass people doing whatever means necessary to be on TV and advance their careers.
I feel like I want you to do a record scratch and like reverse it and go back to an episode that we filmed, I don't know, like 10 back, where we talked about how Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, they need to stop with the storyline being about the show itself.
Did we talk about that on here?
I swear I've talked about that. Maybe it was on this show. You'll have to find it.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I've definitely talked about that with you. You've said that in real life before.
Yeah, because the drama of contract negotiations and chose not to come back and TV deals and all this kind of stuff, it's like, I feel like that's like all they talked about last season. In the first few episodes, that's all they talked about again. So-and-so's on a, mental health break. So-and-so's didn't get renewed and is salty about it. And why are they coming to this event if they're not going to be on camera? Because it seems way too much about the show, and I don't like that drama.
I find it kind of interesting, actually, because other shows don't really break the fourth wall like that, but this just kind of overdoes it. Every single time they say mom talk, they're talking about the show. Why don't you just say the show? She's a little shaky with mom talk right now because she's not really getting along with anyone and nobody really wants to film with her. She's shaky with the show because you have to be friendly or a villain, participating with the cast to be on the show.
Right.
But they just say you have to do that to be in mom talk. It's a whole thing. We aren't completely caught up yet, but I do find that a little... I don't find it annoying. I just think it's overdone that they focus so much on the show. And they're mad at people for very normal things concerning the show. I don't see anything wrong with what Whitney did.
Trying to negotiate for a television show?
On Hulu.
That's not how television shows are made in the first place.
I feel like it would be possible for them to think about what's coming up and say, you can have a supporting role accompanying this person in this scene. Or was she talking about being the lead?
Doesn't matter. First off, if that's how they're going to start casting for shows that they're trying to promote, that completely undermines all of their shows because they're bought.
I would think that if her agent was negotiating it, it wouldn't be them pulling something out of their ass that's never been done before.
But to say that she's going to be the next regular cast member on Grey's Anatomy next year, that's insane. I think in the acting world, and the actors would resent her.
Yeah.
And she would have a terrible time. Now, are there plenty of agents who will buy their way into a show or try to buy a talent's way onto a show? I think that those often deals are to get them heavily considered on a audition, but not an automatic you get Lucy.
I wonder if that's what she was asking. I don't know. I just don't think it's wrong to advocate, but they were taking it very seriously. Like, how dare you expect them to propel your career forward?
I think that's dumb. I think show it on your own merit, because if you're taking acting classes, you're auditioning, you've got representation, you're coming out to LA, you're doing readings, you're doing plays, you're doing all that kind of stuff, you're putting in the work, you're showing that you're ready for that. But just to say that you're on Mom Talk Secret Lives after only 2 seasons and saying, yeah, I know television, I want to be a star, and I'm going to make this lawyer who's negotiating our deal make that happen for me, is crazy.
It's not like the audition process is always fair.
It's not always fair. But if you say, listen, you're going to get this deal for this television show. So say I'm an actor. I want $10 million for 10 episodes of this next show that you're producing to act on. They say, you know what? I can't give you $10 million because I just don't have that money, but I will give you $7 million and I will guarantee you a role on this other project that I'm working on. That absolutely happens.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of, kind of.
Exactly. But Hulu, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, they're not the same as like the production of one show offering a production of a show that they're working on next.
Right, because she's going from reality TV to scripted. It's not scripted to scripted.
Correct.
So we don't even know if you can act, actually.
If it was another Jeff Jenkins and she says, I want to have a crossover on the next Jeff Jenkins, whatever, that absolutely could have happened.
Yeah, I want to do an appearance on the McBee. I want to do an appearance on Vanderpump Villa.
Exactly.
So we're not caught up. I honestly went days without watching it after we watched the first couple of episodes because it was a little boring.
The first couple episodes, again, they're always just talking about what happened off season to get them to where they are now and who's in and who's out and giving us basically an update.
Yeah, and Marciano is I just can't.
Why is that guy always wet?
He's just one of those people that's always wet. He strikes me as someone who is wet but always smells like cologne. You know those wet people who they smell good, but like you're wet.
I don't know if I know.
Someone out there understands me. Some guys are just wet, but he's such a clout chaser. I was getting annoyed. And then lo and behold, it starts picking up. And I'm like, you know what? I think I know why. As soon as Taylor Frankie Paul got back from her mental health retreat, shit picked up again. I'm not saying it's her, but she contributes a vibe, I think.
I think she also has a pretty level head from what we're seeing so far. Like the whole thing with Jessi and Marciano having an affair, that I think is pretty straightforward. I think we all see it in the fact that Jessi was being emotionally abused. Jordan's kind of fucked up with a temper.
Still wrong.
Still wrong, but we kind of get it.
We have the context.
We have the context, and Jordan still doesn't learn that he is at fault for any of this. So we get that he sucks for that.
This is why I treat you this way.
It's crazy. But what Jessi did that would have pissed me off, and I'm with Jordan on this one, not how he reacted, but the fact that she invited him to dinner.
Yeah, she keeps wanting to hang out with him for some reason.
And when he watches that back, whatever she tells him, he's not thinking that she acted that way. She's not acting like she's blushing at his compliments, that she's touching him when he, tells her like a flirty thing.
They hugged.
Yeah.
They greeted with a hug.
Greeted with zero animosity for the lying, not the affair necessarily, right? Because that's consensual, but him lying. That's crazy.
That is crazy. She was crazy for that one. Taylor called it out, and I feel like she was really on point with that.
Yeah. Can we stop with the dad talk?
Stop trying to make dad talk happen.
First off, we don't need that storyline for the show to be good.
No.
Second off, dad talk is the most laziest, opportunistic way to try to capitalize off of the work that your wives are doing. And yet you then want to go ahead and say that your masculinity is questioned because the women make more, they're the breadwinners. There's a much more, I think, mature way for them to try to capitalize off of their women's success. Imagine if they started a gym and they said, okay, I'm starting the gym. I can get all of Mom Talk here to promote my gym. And Utah, I'm going to have all of these people coming in. And that's a boost to your business right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm sure they have other interests that they could be exploring with their wives' money.
Correct. And at the same time, we're talking about how they have the traditional gender roles in their households. Well, how are they the breadwinner, the housemaker, the child carer of her, and
Wow.
and the chef?
No, literally, Jessi's
What are they doing?
She goes to Jay-Z Styles all day, comes home, cleans, takes the dog out, like does all this shit. What the hell are you doing?
Maybe he has like an honest living and makes some money, but at the same time, you can't really cry gender normative roles in your household while being baited in social and in life.
Wow, that's like a Jeff Lewis level insult that you just threw out. Damn.
It's not meant to be mean. It's just that if you're gonna like try and act all alpha, like I'm the man of the household, while at the same time dipping it low for a TikTok video.
They think that being the man of the household is controlling what the wives do.
Right. Not being a steady rock provider,
Contributing.
a problem solver. Yeah, all the things that you need to make sure that your wife gets to focus on doing the pretty little things that she needs to do to make the house run smooth and to make you happy. Whatever.
The producer plant is really impressing me this season, Layla. She's planted up a storm.
She's involved in every single thing.
Oh my God. Anytime they need to push the plot along, they're like, Layla, take these pregnancy tests. And force everyone to take them. Hey, Layla, can you reach out to Marciano and meet up? And she's like, no. Like, pay attention to the kind of things that Layla does. It's all storyline driven producer plant shit. She's so funny. I really like Layla. I'm glad that she got a very real storyline this season. I guess last season was her single sex life or something, but
oh yeah, her sexual liberation.
Yes, and this season it's more so about her hair, which I think is a direct result of her getting major backlash for her hair this entire time. Her wig looked really good for the premiere. I was like, okay, very good. And I saw Jessi met up with the woman who styled Layla's hair with the new sew-in, and she came to Jay-Z Styles and did kind of like a lesson on how to do black hair.
See, now that is an amazing way to take a blow and turn it into a positive for Jessi. Like, she could have taken it personal that she went behind her back and got her hair fixed, but she didn't, and she was super supportive. She listened to the issues that Layla had, and then, as you said, implementing that into her business.
Her response was really nice. Layla was all worried that she would be mad, but she was like, wait, first of all, I wish you would have just told me. That's completely valid that you would do that, but also let me see what she did. Such a good response. I really like Jessi. I know she messed up with the cheating thing, but she has a good head on her shoulders.
I think she's really relatable. She's a yes girl from what we hear from everyone else, because when she wasn't responding, everyone was like, this is so unlike her. She's always answering my phone calls. She's always responding to my texts.
She always shows up for everybody.
Yeah, that's about all we got for this season so far.
Demi just got back and is already annoying as ever. I mean, I like Demi. She follows me on TikTok. I have to be careful. I lose a follower when I talk shit about them on here. Speaking of doing hair badly, we need to talk about Hair by Crispy.
Crispy? Is that what people are calling her? Are they actual valid complaints that people have about Chrissy's salons? Because it's not Chrissy's work, right? Or are they just hating to be haters?
No, for years, hair by Chrissy has been called hair by crispy because the ends are always very crispy. She's had that nickname for a really long time.
Okay.
She's been around. And now she's in the hot seat again because a girl went there, paid over $4,000 for extensions and a color, and Chrissy touched her hair for 20 seconds the entire time.
Yeah, she gave like a detailed account, right, of all the times that her hair is being worked on and when Chrissy popped in for 5 seconds here and 10 seconds there, and that was it.
Yeah, it sounded like she would just come by, look at it, and say, add, this there or something, and then move on. Not that her assistants can't be trusted, but I do think that when you're paying a Chrissy fee in the breakdown, you kind of expect her to maybe lay a foil down or something.
Right.
I don't expect her to do the wash.
I think the biggest issues with this whole debacle is simply the fact that she's making very poor business decisions, both by the marketing that she's chosen to brand this 4K hair with 40 TikToks all in one day, as well as merch. Like, that's a really poor business decision. The other poor business decision, is like nickel and diming and like charging outrageous fees for you not even to be doing hardly any work. What is she doing? She's not cutting anyone's hair, is she?
She does if it's an influencer that she's filming for TikTok. She'll do a full consultation and take you through the whole process if it's an influencer.
So that's the thing. So we talked about the fact that, like, why would anyone be doing this anyway? Why would anyone spend this much money? But it's all about branding. It's like people spending $400 on a Supreme t-shirt. It's a white t-shirt. Why do they spend $400 on it? I can see this girl feeling really, really taken advantage of for spending $4,000 on this hair, thinking that she was going to get that same experience, that consultation, that hands-on experience, that charm. Maybe a TikTok, maybe not, but that's what she expected for $4,000. It's right, I feel like, that she made a video about that because that is exposing, I think, a very fraudulent charging system.
Yeah, because I feel like people see Hair by Crispy's videos and book with her expecting that experience all the time, and nobody makes videos about it. And so you just don't know until you get there, and Crispy's nowhere to be found.
That's wild. That's wild. Like, I am certain that there are not that many people booking that $4,000 haircut with her, that she can't do the one a day so that she can actually be involved in it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she just went on an influencer heavy day.
Maybe
some days influencers aren't there. She's in Arizona. I mean, it's not like she's in LA.
You think these influencers are paying?
No. In fact, I know they're not because I saw an influencer post and say, I've never paid.
Yeah.
So she has to kind of upcharge everybody else to deal with all the free extensions she's doing. That's probably what the Chrissy charge pays for.
It's scamming because she's choosing not to be that involved in the hair. If she was charging $4,000 and you thought that was a lot of freaking money, but she was actually cutting your hair, you could say you're overcharging, but you can basically set your own rates and people can choose to buy it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
But to do what she's doing, to set the rate and then barely be involved, that's the scam.
Exactly. You are allowed as a business owner to charge however much you want to charge. That's totally fine. And it even says when you book, Chrissy and her assistants do your hair. You would think that implies maybe a 50-50 or a 60-40 split between the assistants and Chrissy, but it's a little misrepresentative.
The 4K branding for the merch and her little social spree, if she wasn't mid-controversy, would you think that that was a good marketing idea?
No. I don't think anything calling attention to how expensive something is a good marketing plan right now. Using merch to display, hey, I charge people a lot. I don't think that would go over well.
All she had to do was a recognition of the complaint. And, hey, maybe come back. Like, let me give you a little consultation, at your next haircut appointment or whatever. And I'll be there and run through everything with you. And I'm so sorry that I didn't get as much time with you as I wish I did.
Right.
Let's
Let's film a TikTok. Let's film a TikTok. That would have been great, honestly. But it's messy. When business owners are messy, it's funny.
I feel like there's more and more of these business owners that are going crazy. And I don't know if, like, the money is getting to them, if the social media is getting to them, like...
Oh, this has been going on in the hair space for such a long time. You book someone to do your hair and they're like, okay, here's my full list of rules. Do not be late. You have to pay this deposit. I do not wash your hair. You come with your hair blown out, blah, 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 blah. And then you show up and you're like getting your hair washed in the kitchen sink and they're leaving every 10 minutes to go do something in the bathroom. God knows what. Not speaking from personal experience, but
Oh gosh.
this has been happening for a while. There's a lack of professionalism in the hair space specifically.
It's a lot of these spaces I'm finding though. I've seen publicly the hair ones or the nail ones where they're like, you can't be late, otherwise I charge you this fee. But at the same time, they show up 45 minutes late to an appointment themselves.
Exactly. For some reason, my TikTok algorithm felt that I needed to see a video of Keith Urban performing Pink Pony Club at Mar-a-Lago. And the confusion that I felt in my spirit, it was a lot of confusion there. Keith Urban, what are you doing there? Playing Pink Pony Club, but not even playing it to an attentive audience.
That's the kicker, right? That's the crazy thing where he's basically that jazz quartet in the corner of a museum.
He's the band in the corner of the dive bar doing live music night, or like in the corner of the restaurant doing live music. Nobody's really watching. People are eating and talking. He's just playing in the background.
This man with all these hits is doing Pink Pony Club to an audience that is probably not younger than 45.
You should have done Days Go By. Days go by. That was on Now That's What I Call Music back in the day. I remember it. What other hits does he have? What else could he have done?
Didn't he do Highway Don't Cry? No, that was Tim McGraw.
I don't know country.
Yeah,
I
no.
just know him as Nicole Kidman's ex.
No, he's a big time country star.
Okay. I knew he was big because he was on Now That's What I Call Music, but I didn't know that he was still big. That was in 2004.
He's not necessarily still big. He's not pumping out albums that are charting and stuff anymore. But like he's one of the OGs. He's one of those like 90s, 2000s
Okay, yeah.
heavy hitters.
Who's that? Want to talk about me? Want to talk about I?
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith. He's like a Toby Keith.
Yes. Toby Keith, he performed at Trump's inauguration. I think his first one.
No.
Yeah.
And we've been listening to that song.
Red Solo Cup.
Yikes. Okay, that's embarrassing. Well, Chapel Roan needs to hit him with a cease and desist. I know that Chapel Roan is keeping up and probably saw this, and I know she's not happy. I know that Chapel Roan would not want Keith Urban doing a Pink Pony Club cover at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay. And I personally just think that she probably wouldn't speak on it because she's too afraid to upset the right.
This isn't Taylor Swift we're talking about.
That's true. But I said what I said. I think that she may act, but she doesn't speak. I think she's too afraid to face that.
I also saw a video of a very sad synchronized swimming routine at Mar-a-Lago. Did you see that? Am I on Mar-a-Lago talk?
What's going on at Mar-a-Lago? I swear to God, it is like Hunger Games situation. Like they are District 1 and we are all District 11 out here. Like,
they're acting like they're the queen and we're the sorry people.
They are having dancers in martini glasses on the lawn. There is some shit happening where they just have all this time in the world to go be in Mar-a-Lago and host these like extravagant Great Gatsby type parties while we're out here with the government shut down and going crazy. But I think that we will look back on this and it will be objectively hilarious. I think right now it's annoying, but I think it's objectively hilarious that he's doing this.
It would be more hilarious if this were a scripted show with no real world consequences. Like the government shut down and you're at Mar-a-Lago watching someone dance in a martini glass. Really? That's not good.
No, but it is what we expect.
Yeah, I would expect that. By the way, the Mar-a-Lago bathrooms have carpet in them. I just thought everyone should know. This girl posted a mirror selfie in the background and it was casino red patterned carpet in the bathroom.
Oh. He updated the bathroom at the White House, turned it into all white marble and being like, President Lincoln would have wanted out of this bathroom.
Let's not speak for Lincoln, okay? This is objectively horrible.
I mean, we all know that the guy has no taste. We all know that all of his design, none of it really comes together with actual taste.
Is Melania helping? Or does she not give a fuck about the Christmas trees?
I have no idea. She's not going to be able to do that this year because that happened in the East Wing. They do that in the East Wing. And now it's like...
That's probably why. She's probably like, thank God. I
like,
hate decorating for Christmas.
Donald, you need to demolish it now before I have to get that damn Christmas tree again.
She hated decorating for Christmas. I remember that. I miss the days when political White House kind of drama was like that. Like the First Lady doesn't want to decorate for Christmas.
The First Lady used blue and turquoise instead of red and gold.
He wore a tan suit.
Are we even bringing up the fact that he's got allegations of blowing Bubba? We're talking about Mar-a-Lago. We're not talking about him blowing Bubba and the fact that there's like already 4 TikTok songs about him blowing Bubba.
Okay. I don't think that Trump blowing Bubba is niche enough for this show.
I think that we need to take a responsibility to be our niche's
political news source.
Political
Okay,
advisors.
so let's catch you up on the political news. Here's the update. Trump blew Bubba. Now, who's Bubba? Apparently, it's Bill Clinton's nickname. It's also the name of Ghislaine Maxwell's horse. We don't know who it is. And Jeffrey Epstein's brother's saying it's not Bill.
Which means it's the horse?
Unless there's some other Bubba we don't know about. Bubba Wallace? Is he involved?
That's slander for absolutely no reason.
I know that is slander. I'm kidding. What other Bubba do you know, though? Seriously.
From Forrest Gump?
I mean, every small town has a Bubba. It really could be anyone.
Didn't the email say that they were questioning whether or not Putin has pictures of Donald blowing Bubba?
Not if Putin has pictures. If Putin has the pictures.
Very important distinction.
And you know what? It's all coming together. The way that he treated Hillary in 2016 was very much giving side chick. Very bitter, very rude, and I wouldn't be surprised.
So that's the political news for this week.
Yes, Nicki Minaj is a UN ambassador now as well. That's really all you need to know. I've been sending you so many TikToks this week about Bareback Contessa's Meadow Lane opening. Have you been keeping up? He started a grocery store in Tribeca called Meadow Lane. It's like a gourmet Erewhon kind of thing, prepackaged foods, really
all health
bougie,
conscious,
very smooth inside. What is that? Plaster. A lot of plaster, very warm golden brown tones. But he's getting a lot of pushback because, first of all, the line's wrapped around the corner, and then people are getting the food and they're buying raw chicken nuggets. They're buying the turkey chili thinking that there's no dairy, and then they open it.
and it's like mislabeled and shit.
I don't know why I'm laughing so hard at the idea of someone going in there, buying the turkey chili, looking at the ingredients. Oh, great, there's no cheese. And then they open it, and it's just the biggest hunk of cheese you've ever seen in your fucking life on top. And the gag is that people are in the comments like, what, you didn't look through the see-through lid first? Bitch, if it doesn't say cheese on the outside, that could be vegan cheese. That could be something I don't even know. Why would I distrust the label? The label legally has to be correct.
How old is this raw dog Contessa?
He's around our age. He's from a billionaire family.
And this is like his first business venture, right?
I don't know. I feel like he experiments with things, but his interest on his TikTok is food.
Very interesting to go grocery store for your first round. I feel like that's wild.
That's hard. That's major.
I feel like you could do catering.
Cookware.
A lot of people do catering to start if they're entering like the food industry because you can kind of work from anywhere. You don't need a place. I guess money's not his issue, so he can get whatever real estate he wants. He's basically doing the same thing with his market. It's just on a much bigger scale and a lot more problems.
There's been a lot of problems.
What's the deal with the line though? That's what I don't understand. Is it that small of a grocery store and that big of a demand and that's why he does it? Or does he like treat shopping in there like a Prada where they only allow 6 people in at a time?
No, I think it's a small store and it has kind of gone viral and everyone's excited to try it. So there's just a line.
Should we have tried it? We were in New York. Should we?
No.
Would you have liked to have seen it?
No. Don't care, honestly. I've never stepped foot in an Erewhon before. I don't care. I'm a pavilions girl.
Hailey Bieber's name got scrapped from the smoothie at Erewhon. You saw that?
I did.
Yeah. I guess she didn't re-up her $15 million retainer fee.
You do have to pay to get a smoothie named after you at Erewhon. So she was probably like, okay, I'm over. You guys can keep doing it, but I'm a billionaire now. I don't give a fuck about this.
She looked good at that GQ party.
She always looks good. She's always serving. I just listened to her interview on Owen Teal's podcast. She's a cool girl. And Selena, the more I learn, the more I'm like, I think you might be a little messy. And Hailey Bieber doesn't give messy vibes.
You think Selena's the messy one?
I think Selena might be the messy one. Rare Beauty liking shady videos and whatnot about Hailey Bieber. I think it's shady.
Shady boots.
Did you see that Selena Gomez posted a random phone number on her Instagram story and was like, stop scamming me. My friend would never do this to me. It was someone pretending to be her friend, I guess. And so she put their number on her story, which most of the time, if a scammer's calling you spoofing a number, you can't call them back and get the spammer. You get the person who the number belongs to. So you probably just posted a random person's phone number. Anyway, what were we talking about? Meadow Lane. I think he has some kinks to work out with the grocery store. Serving raw chicken nuggets is pretty bad. Someone could die from that. I just don't feel the need to go to an expensive grocery store and get the prepackaged buffalo cauliflower or whatever. Although I heard the cacio e pepe macaroni and cheese at Meadow Lane is quite delish. He's getting it together.
It sounds like he's taking these criticisms and fixing them and doing and not creating like a PR nightmare for himself.
Yeah. I will say I saw a girl talking about how she used to work in prepared foods for grocery stores. And she said after that, I will never eat anything from a hot bar, any prepackaged food that they make at the grocery store, none of that shit. So none of this is surprising me, and y'all need to open your eyes to other grocery stores.
Jeez, don't yuck my yum.
I have a friend who worked at Whole Foods and managed the hot bar, and she said the employees are putting their hands in it and eating it, and it's gross. But I do love the Whole Foods mac and cheese. Our nichelord of the week is someone who is doing downtown LA justice. We used to live downtown before we started doing This Is Niche and loved it. And so I love to see people who are sharing their life downtown and representing. It's the real cousin Aqua. He lives in the Cecil Hotel and does tours of it. He talks about the neighborhood. He just posted a video about a space next door that does art shows. And he's showing what it really is like to be in there. And I've never seen the inside, so I find it fascinating.
So he's doing both Cecil Hotel content and downtown LA content.
Yeah, mostly in the Cecil area.
Okay. Which is, I think it's called Historic District. So there is like a great number of like bars and restaurants in that area. But then on the other side, it's not a great area.
No, I would not be walking by the Cecil Hotel by myself.
Right.
And when he shows the hotel, he's showing the bathrooms sometimes don't look great. The kitchen area doesn't look good.
I think part of me just being an LA local and native and born and raised here is that I guess I just hate the fact that people have such like an ill-intentioned and ill-informed, I guess, hate on downtown LA because they see what they've been told to see, and when they go there they see that and they point that out in their minds.
Yeah.
And they don't look past that ever at all. And I'm not on a crusade to try and like convince everyone else that downtown LA is not as bad as they think it is, because I hear everyone in my business, because people have to go downtown for work a lot and they hate it, because downtown LA does need some help, but it's not unlike any other major city in the world. It has homelessness, it has businesses, it has people, density, parking issues, crime issues.
Sometimes it smells like pee.
Sometimes it smells like pee.
I think that downtown LA gets such a bad rap for no reason as well. And I gave it a bad rap because I never went down there before we moved there.
Yeah, you didn't. You were really scared when I mentioned that I think going downtown would be interesting for...
Because I'd never been there, and everyone here calls it Gotham City. And you go, and you know what? I will say we did go and see a dead body down there once. You will see some shit. It is a downtown city area. Okay, you will hear sirens sometimes, things happen. But when you're living there day to day, walking down to the store and, you know, living your life normally, it's a normal city like any other.
8 a.m., waking up, getting your coffee, get your matcha. You walk through the city, you see your regulars.
Walk to the post office. It's very normal. I think it just depends on the part of downtown you're in. But I'm glad that he's actually showing people what it's like, and that the people who live there deserve dignity and respect, because it's really just people who are low income housing basically. And he shows his room and he decorated it. He has a whole wall with all these decor items on it, and they decorate for Christmas, and it's a whole thing. And there are great things happening in that area in the middle of the darkness of the Cecil Hotel and the hauntings and whatnot.
That's part of downtown. There's good parts and there's bad parts.
Amen. So thank you, Cousin Aqua, for showing us what life is like at the Cecil Hotel. I feel like he needs more people to see that so you can see what downtown LA is really like. And on that note, if you like niche news, internet history, pop culture, or reality TV, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow Will. I have everything of his linked down below. And please follow my daughter. Good job, Junebug. She's doing the best she can. She had a really good day today. I'm proud of her. And we will see you next time. Bye.